Me, mo, moo, moo, me.
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
It's time for Dynamite After Dark. It's DAD, baby.
Ooh, hit it, Zachary. Wrong one.
God.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information.
Anything goes. It's Dynamite After Dark.
Oh, boom, man. When she just says it's Dynamite After Dark, it gets me all weepy. Smooth. Like butter. It's like butter.
It's like that girl who was doing the massages.
Oh, no, the back shaving. The back shaving. Like butter. Guys, welcome to this week's edition of Dynamite After Dark. I am, well, so far, perfect in my predictions against a certain guy.
I know this is going to be great. This is really going to come down to the wire because I haven't missed one either.
Damn. It's going to come down to time break. It's going to come down to the tie break.
I would love that, honestly. Like,
Yes,
it's the only thing that's fitting.
Yep. But I am the JFB. Guy to my left.
Other way.
I'm over here.
Oh, yeah. This guy right here.
I, of course, Canada Dry,
Ooh.
the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that ginger up, bubbly son of a bitch. I go down smooth. Can you hear the sizzle, my nizzle?
This is the whitest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that was something.
Wow. Canada Dry is coming out with the Snoop Dogg impersonation.
Oh, shit, you're right.
You like my new Canuck
There we go.
hat?
I like that Canuck hat. Is that the draft hat?
No. I've had it for a while.
Oh, okay.
But, I didn't realize my hair got so big that it would make it fit.
Yeah.
Damn, put that thing
Yeah, my
back
hair is so
on.
big it makes it fit.
I'm telling you, man, that Canadian water, seriously, I don't know what's in it, but it's got like hair growth. Because this guy shaved his head one day. We did a podcast on Sunday. By next Sunday, it was already out here. Yeah, it was like that. I don't know if it's genetics or what, but damn. Wow,
I don't know if you remember seeing my pictures of my dad, right?
Yeah. Oh, that
He
guy had
an
a
afro.
yeah, full head of hair.
Yeah.
Late in his life, full head of hair.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He had a big, huge, he had a
Do you
Jufro.
remember that Roger Nielsen?
Yeah.
The coach of Florida Panthers, Canucks, whoever else he coached.
Yeah.
When he was young and my dad were around the same age, people would often walk up to him and be like, "Are you Roger Nielsen? Can I have your autograph?" And he'd lie and say, "Yes, I am."
Oh, man. Harry, we love you, brother. We love you up there. We are, of course, the Four Horsemen podcast. We are joined by the Defense Against the Dark Prediction Arts teacher.
He's like a slam to you, and you have to pronounce it.
I know, right? I know. I really thought about just being the TFB because I'm straight from Virginia, but I was like, I've done that joke once today. But this Defense Against the Dark Prediction Arts, since that came off the fly, I figured it works.
Oh, that is so good. I almost busted out the Dark Custodial Arts.
The mop of power.
You guys see, I actually have a Slytherin shirt on today.
I know, man. I was gonna throw mine on. And then I was like, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. So
Like, it's crazy though. Like it's really funny if we really had to all like pick our houses. Me and JFB would definitely be Slytherins.
oh yeah.
Golden Graham is like a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Canada Dry, would you be a Hufflepuff? Because I don't really see you fully being a Gryffindor.
He's Hufflepuff.
He's got to be a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff all the way.
I do not speak dork.
Sir,
I hope
you run
a
a
bear
wrestling
eats you right now.
company. You have
I'm
that
in a wrestling podcast and I don't speak dork.
Well, you're disqualified from being on a wrestling podcast. Then you have to speak dork.
You got to
I
be a
only
dork.
speak
lover.
wrestling dork. There's all kinds of dork.
Yeah. Yes,
I
there
speak
are.
comic dork too, but only a few people.
And of course, we are joined by our fourth. He's like the Arn Anderson, carrying the Glock 9. He's in charge. Well, he was in charge of Social Security. Now,
Then he stole all the Social Security numbers.
No, I leveled up just like the international championship. Okay,
yeah, he leveled up.
Uh-oh.
See, effing Golden Graham.
What's going on, gentlemen? And as usual, I got my trusty Golden Graham cereal bar here.
Yeah.
Is that the same one or is it a different one?
Yes, I bought like 4 or 5 of them.
Do not eat that. That's for the podcast.
Yeah, no, literally, it just sits up here by the computer. It doesn't get touched. Little peek behind the curtains on what I do.
Yeah, there we go, man. Little baseball that we got going on. So we're joined by Monaco.
This is what Good Morning where Monaco is, right?
Yeah. She thinks AEW should come to Japan. I don't see why they don't.
I'm not against it at all.
No, neither am I. And then Rich Southwood is in the house.
What's up,
Richie
Rich?
Rich.
That's a sexy man right there.
So let's get started with this whole shindig, this whole rigmarole they call AEW's Wednesday Night Dynamite. We didn't start right away with a match. We started.
Turn back. Oh, wrong show.
We got a video package with Darby and Keith Lee. Really good promo from Darby. I was really shocked. He pulled out a great promo. And the retort, of course, from Keith Lee is ballsy, stupid, but ballsy. Canada Dry, what did you think of this little salvo?
I actually tuned in late, so I didn't see this part. So I'll have to forego this little bit of the show. Got to be honest.
Okay. Trey J, your thoughts?
Honestly, I love it whenever Darby's not trying to be like this huge edgelord.
Yeah.
Because I think that like while it used to work for the character, you have to evolve. And so to see him interact with different people has honestly been better for his character. Like, don't get me wrong, like Sting is always going to be Sting.
Yeah.
But Sting's lost a tooth now. So
yeah. Oh, he did officially lose the tooth?
Yeah, they put it back, but it's kind of like
should leave it. Should leave it.
Boy, that was
like Michael Strahan.
That was rough. But like to see him kind of like, just to watch kind of Darby interact with different people. And even to a certain extent, like throughout like the beginning, opening to this match and the ending, to see him interact with certain fans that are like doing the Darby face paint and stuff like that. Like it's better for his character this way. It's better for his like value to see him like this because it makes it so you don't get old. Yeah,
absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts real quick.
Oh, I liked it, and especially because it literally leads right into the match.
Yeah.
Like it was a great lead in to the start of the show for the first match.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, it was a great way to kind of introduce the match, which we go to our first match of the night: Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Here are some of my notes.
Before you go to your notes, though,
we
gotta definitely talk about before we even get to the match. The entrances for this were very interesting, the way they kind of pulled it off. You have Darby and Orange Cassidy coming out first. But then you have like the full mogul embassy, and then Keith Lee kind of walking past, kind of eyeballing like Khan. Was it Khan or Toa Leon?
Yeah.
And then like kind of ignoring Cage, walking past Swerve. Like there was something to that. That
he got a little shiv.
Yeah, you got to give that like those little touches. Are very good story touches.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's better than Orange Cassidy? Not a damn soul in wrestling right now. Holy crap. I mean, this guy just gets the pop. like there's no tomorrow, and it's not going away. People are buying into him as a legit contender and a legit champ. Swerve's entrance is really growing on me. What things won't affect Keith Lee? Here's my list: tanks, missiles, bombs, and Darby Allin, nor Orange Cassidy. Everybody bounces off of him. I came up with a new word. It's going to be called athletic-licious. Swerve is actually athletic-licious. So Swerve and Lee in control during the picture-in-picture. Orange and Darby are coming back. Swerve laughing at Lee is perfection. The him just smiling after he kicked Lee was just freaking brilliant. It was just brilliant. And I love the dap by Lee at the end. You know, he gave the dap to Orange and he gave the dap to Darby. So Canada Dry, you go first. Thoughts on the first match?
So when I turned this on, Orange Cassidy was doing his shtick.
Yeah.
The hands in the pockets. And Big Keith Lee is like, are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done? And just knocks the crap out of him. Oh, my goodness. There was a couple times he did that to Orange Cassidy. Yeah. And it just looked great. This was a really fun match. Like you said, I enjoyed the laughter and the betrayal. When is he going to get his comeuppance from Big Keith Lee? Like, it's coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's coming, but it's long-term coming.
All In would be cool if they didn't save it for All In.
I don't even think so. I think save it till like November's pay-per-view. Let it just roast.
I just don't let it be like the main event of a Dynamite or a Collision.
No, it should be a pay-per-view match, and it should be like up there, like third to last.
Oh, you could even do Steel Cage.
Yeah, I mean anything that allows these guys to put on a show is perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely. Logic of Styles.
I love the fact that Keith Lee struck first. Like, it was inadvertent, but Keith Lee did knock Swerve off the apron first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that was like just something to see. The fact that Orange Cassidy couldn't drop Keith Lee with like 3 orange punches in a row.
Yeah.
While he was holding on to Darby was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I know we don't really talk about the E as much as, that much here, but he just went and did like this, what might be considered a generational storyline here, right? But AEW has so many stories that are just building, and they just, as long as they don't rush them, they got that, that simmer quality.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were on display this episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta love it. The action in this match was fast and furious. Yeah. Everybody got their thing. The sleeper hold to Darby under the stairs, to Keith Lee walking up the stairs, it might be my favorite moment of the entire night.
Oh, that was just so painful.
Because that was one of the few times that like Darby showed the hurt.
Yeah.
Like you can't, there's certain things you can't fake. Like that one, like you could tell like that, they tried to kind of have Keith Lee walk on that side, but it's like, you can't fake that.
Yeah, no, you can't.
No, he was hurt.
Damn.
You can see him. He was ginger the whole rest of that match.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Oh, this is a great match. Like, you just like the chemistry with all 4 of these guys is just through the roof. Like, you could give me any combination of these 4 guys, and I'm just going to sit back and watch. It was an enjoyable match. It was a great opener as usual. Orange Cassidy coming out, getting the crowd fired up.
Yeah.
It's what we come to expect on a Dynamite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have any comments?
I've been posting them up there.
Okay, no comments.
Yeah, no new stuff.
Bastards.
Wow.
You guys are supposed to interact with us, damn it. So we have we get a video package. It's Darby talking about his roots, which I thought was really odd. And then he invoked the name Nick Wayne. So for those who don't know who Nick Wayne is, Nick Wayne's dad actually trained Darby Allin. Nick Wayne is a prodigy. This kid is freaking amazing at the age of 18, is doing stuff that 30-year-old guys are finally doing in wrestling. This kid does it every single night. I mean, holy crap. Let's go Trey J first.
So I'll be honest, I was one of the few people who was not sold on this Nick Wayne character.
Yeah.
I was like, he's too young. They're making so much out of him because he's 16, and it's like, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And they showed highlights of his match with Swerve, and I've seen him. I think the one time I've actually seen one of his full matches, it was like a 4-way. It was like him and Gresham and a couple other people, and Gresham ended up winning that one. And I was like, this kid might actually have something. I'm really hoping that, like, in ring, the kid's perfect. Yeah. On the mic, we don't know yet, but he has plenty of time. And I'm like, I was saying just last week, AEW definitely needs to kind of have some people on the pipeline because, as of right now, all we knew they had was Nick Wayne and -1. It's like you got to have those people coming in for the future. And if you have guys like Nick Wayne and that oftentimes in turn, how they use him is going to be how people start filtering in and saying, okay, yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah.
It becomes a testament really to see what happens, because we've never really seen anyone that just came out of like high school basically and just jumped into wrestling. Like the last, we don't even see that in pro sports anymore.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's going to be interesting to really see, because you don't want somebody like that to get old fast.
Yeah.
You don't want to see him get overextended. Oh, Canada guy just farted. But it's like, this could be very impressive, and it could really set the tone for the future of AEW.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
So, I don't know much about Nick Wayne. I mean, like, I'm with Trey J. Like, I've seen some clips, but, like, honestly, like, my big takeaway is, like, for me, this video package did a lot. Not for Darby more, like getting to actually hear him talk and like a backstory to him. Like I didn't know any of that. I didn't know Nick Wayne's dad was his trainer. Like it did a lot for me, like just to build his character. It was great. Like this seemed like this first like half hour was like a real focus on Darby, which was a good thing.
Yeah. Well, because in all honesty, Darby Allin is the heir apparent. I mean, he has to be with the amount that they're giving him. He's got to be the heir apparent to MJF. I'm not saying MJF drops the belt to him, but when you're talking 4 pillars, you talk MJF. He's the current champ.
Yeah, Darby Allin is the next closest one to be ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't even think we really got a lot of Darby Allin here. We got a lot of Sammy Rats here.
Yeah.
And I think that's pulling back the curtain has been good for wrestling in some respects. And I think this was definitely one of those times.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't draw your thoughts.
99, 100. I hit it so hard I knocked the camera off. This was splendid. I loved hearing the backstory, just like Golden Graham says.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for after all the hype. I want to see what he can actually do.
Yeah.
You can probably look up some of his matches on YouTube, but he's getting better and better.
Yeah. As
time progresses, because he's training with guys like Darby Allin. He's training with the best right now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited to see him get better and better. And when he finally debuts, I think it's close.
It's next week.
Next week.
Oh,
AEW's they already announced it. It's him and Swerve next week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting then. Okay.
Which is interesting. You want to take the heat off of Swerve, or do you want to give the rub to the new kid?
He definitely, Swerve is probably one of the best people to work with. It's like working a match with Swerve, and I've noticed this lately. Working a match with Swerve is like working a match with Seth Rollins. You can't go wrong there. Yeah. Guy like that is so professional. He's so good.
Yeah.
And he's good at making other people look good.
Yeah. I'll say this. I think between Teddy Hart at 18 and Nick Wayne at 18, Nick Wayne is leaps and bounds above Teddy Hart, and everybody
Teddy Hart
called.
was amazing at that age.
Yeah, but Teddy Hart was a psycho at 12.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, you know what? Hey, here's the thing. A little crazy is not too bad.
A lot of crazy is a lot bad.
Yeah. A lot of crazy. Woo. No bueno. No bueno.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, I wanted to bring something up because I heard the same thing as Rich, that I wonder if, because I heard they were supposed to, but they didn't mention it in the graphic if it was for the Defy World title or not.
who's the, it's Swerve, right? He's the,
Swerve beat Nick Wayne for the title.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I think it would be really good
on the show, so maybe.
Yeah.
I know. Also, like, I know Nick Wayne, like, for the last month has been touring over in Japan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's go to our next little segment. It's the Jungle Boy and Hook video recap of this budding romance between two guys who want to tear the living hell out of each other. And then we get Shivani in the back with Jungle Boy. He goes, I'm not a New York thug. I'm a Hollywood rich boy whose dad did well, and I just rode his coattails. And then he wants an FTW match, and then sure freaking enough, guess who comes out? It's Hook. And they beat each other, and we break.
It wasn't no beating each other.
We get to the video package of MJF and Adam Cole.
Oh, before you do that, I gotta say, do you remember the old, like when the guys used to dub the X-Men videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Do you remember the part where the guy's like, "Got your dumb ass"? Like that was the first thought that I thought of when Hook caught him. He was like, "I'm gonna go to Tony Khan's." I was like, and Hook comes running out, "Got your dumb ass." I loved it.
I do remember that. I remember that very fondly. So we get MJF and Cole, and they're workout bros. Don't anybody kid you. These guys are workout bros. They picked on the big guy, which I thought was kind of, but
MJF did.
MJF did. Adam Cole said no, but he says, you do know who he reminds me of? Shivani. And so
I love that they bonded over that. That was so good.
The best part of that, real quick, is after they say Tony Schiavone, Adam Cole looks at the camera like, what the did just happen?
He's like, oh, crap, we're kind of friends.
The word bruchacho, which I've used before and haven't used in years, is coming back into my lexicon. Brochacho. It's muy excelente.
Yep.
Golden Graham, your thoughts on this little video package with Adam Cole and MJF, baby?
Oh, this was pure gold. Loved it. Like, I've sat here, like, I'm thinking, like, the fact, like, between this and then what we get later on the show, which we'll talk about, the fact that MJF ever had any concern in his mind that he could not pull off a babyface character is beyond ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Because this guy, like, I'll say something like last Sunday we had our All Effing Wrestling show, and I really went in hard on MJF.
Yeah.
And I got to eat some humble pie because he did me completely wrong tonight, and I loved everything that he did tonight.
It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. Canada Dry.
Yeah, wasn't that a wrestler who was the heavy guy there?
Probably. I would
Probably
on the show before. I think he came out to the dark or something.
Oh, maybe.
I think he worked with Jericho at some point.
Yeah.
I think he's named Fluffy or something. Anyways, I really enjoyed this whole skit. Everything they touch is going to be gold.
Yeah.
What I like best is it's really letting us fall in love with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Because we know that what MJF can do, but we're just like, yeah, I love Adam Cole.
I mean, I'm glad he's back. I can't wait for him to get to 100, but he's close. He's there. Trey J, your thoughts?
Was somebody helping Adam Cole with that bar? Because it looked like somebody was helping Adam Cole with the bar. Like
Yeah.
the way it was like angled off, like awfully weird. I was just like, somebody's helping Adam Cole with that bar.
Yeah, there's two guys on each side that are hoisting it for him.
Right.
One guy was stronger.
Yeah.
One guy was definitely stronger. But MJF's facial expressions on this were just classic. The fact that he wore the Better Than You Baby shirt the whole time and, even going into the match, like a lot of this was just, it was very good. And it makes you want to see more.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mark of good, like not just good wrestling, but good television.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think MJF is being a face. I think what you're getting is you're getting a very different, unique heel. That
I think this is really how he is like in real, like once you pull the mask back.
Yeah.
It's like you start finding like, oh, the Batman isn't all serious.
Yeah. Why so serious?
I'm not saying he's being a face right now, but I'm saying he has it in him to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At some point, they'll turn him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's saying he couldn't pull off it. I think he just didn't want to because he's enjoying being a heel so much.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's go to our second match. We get the Acclaimed as a trio with Daddy Ass. And they're going against Vancouver's own, the Bollywood Boys and the Blade. Here are some of my notes. It was another good rap by Caster. I really enjoyed it. The Bollywood Blades with the upper hand during the picture-in-picture. I love the Bollywood dance that led to the elbow drop. That was absolutely freaking fantastic. Bowen's coming in violent after the hot tag. We get the end. And then Homegirl from QTV is on the Tron. And I don't know what we're getting next week. I don't know if we're getting a match. Are we getting a wrap off? Are we getting name that tune? Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with next week, but apparently we'll find out sooner than later. But let's go with Canada Dry first. Second match.
This match was okay.
Yeah.
My major complaint about this episode is it was too tag heavy already. And then you're putting a 6-man tag in there too. That's my complaint. You had too many tags, and then you could have had a place for a one-on-one match, and you didn't.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're very true.
But yeah, it was okay. It was entertaining somewhat, and I do love the Bollywood Boys.
Yeah. Oh, they're awesome. It's a shame they got kind of squashed, but they're really good. I mean,
but exposure like that is very good.
Oh yeah.
They'll be able to charge more for their indie dates.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were already WWE stars. They could charge plenty.
Yeah.
No, but true. when you're still on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as bad TV time.
That's true. Trey J, your thoughts on the second match?
Well, as you guys know, I'm a very serious journalist when it comes to the AEW Dynamite show, and so as a fact, I was taking very copious notes on this match, and I got to say, Daddy Ass looked in great form, and Anthony Bowens was surprisingly not as big a factor in this particular match. Which was something that's a stark departure from what we've been seeing. I do like the fact that before this match is when they told us who Adam Cole and MJF will be facing. Yeah. But I must say that there was a drastic change in my demeanor once the match was over and Harley Cameron came up, because I went from being very very serious about my position to my brain going auga, and
Oh yeah.
For real, man, she is I gotta go back to Jungle Boy's comment and really be like, yeah, Anna Jay's not the hottest girl on the show anymore.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Well, you know what? I don't know. That's debatable. She looks like she's gonna get old fast.
We'll leave it up to our audience.
It's Harley at this point.
Nah, that's too sexist.
I'm not even saying it's Harley at this point, because Willow has kind of had a little bit of a glow up lately.
Yeah.
So there's There's a lot of good, and Toni Storm was looking bad to like in a good way. Like she was back to some form today, and I was like, okay, way to go, Tony.
Southwood says Harley Cameron is a new Deborah
She has that
McMichael.
vibe to her a little bit.
She does.
It's the power suit.
Yeah,
it is. Golden Graham, your thoughts on the second match of the night?
Match was okay. I got a kick out. I messaged Canada Dry. I found it funny that one of the Bollywood boys basically lost to the Colossus, which was Jinder Mahal's finisher.
Yeah.
I have. Oh, sorry, are you done?
No, I know you have something else you want to talk about. So I see my time.
I just remembered this. So Max Caster comes out, puts his necklace on this kid, and then he goes to shake his hand and pulls away.
Yeah.
The kid is shown in the background upset.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want this necklace anymore. His mom gives it to his brother. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Oh my God.
Like, why did he pull away? Like, he thought he was being funny, but he was just being a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pulling away to do the scissors, and the kid didn't get it.
Yeah.
No, but he was going for a handshake.
Yeah, he gave him a handshake, and he pulled away to go ahead and do the scissors.
But then he just walked away.
Yeah.
He didn't connect.
He wasn't
I
ready.
missed that part, so I don't know.
It was weird. It was weird to watch it unfold and watch this kid like, I'm not a Max Caster fan anymore.
Yeah.
That was a villain origin story.
I mean, they're kind of going back heel anyways.
Max Caster's ass.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of going back to the heelish ways. So
It definitely feels that way.
Oh yeah. Go Grab, finish up.
I already said what I said my piece about the finish.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, it was an okay match. Nothing
Yeah,
special.
it was all right. You know what would have been a lot better? And some of the crowd was kind of down. You know what it is? They need Dubby because this match kind of lacked any kind of excitement or any kind of energy. But if the Acclaimed and the Bollywood Boys and the Blade took some Dubby, boom, their energy level is up. There's no sugar, no jitters, no maltodextrins. There's no dyes. It's just pure, natural energy coming to you from the guys at Dubby.gg. Now, go there if you're interested and you're going to make a purchase. How about I save you some money? Use the code FNWrestling at checkout. Get 10% off of your entire order. That's right. Dubby.gg. Enter in the code FNWrestling. Gets you 10% off. Man, you're going to get all kinds of energy to make it through just about any match on this card because that last match was kind of So, Kingston beat Kenta for the strong openweight title. I didn't watch Independence. I'm going to watch it this week, but thanks a lot, Tony Khan, for spoiling it. And I appreciate it. And then Mox comes on and talks about their careers together. It's Mox, who, by the way, obviously it's pre-taped after the match where he got bloodied up. But for a second there, I was like, wow, he's bleeding already. He hasn't even had a match today. And brother's already bleeding. So Mox tells him to answer the phone. Oh, God. I don't know where this is going. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this little promo?
What really surprises me is that Forbidden Door match Mox had.
Yeah.
That showed how bad it was. There was like 6 stitches in there.
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah.
Like I'm happy that Eddie Kingston is achieving more now than he would have before AEW. So he's on that King's Road.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We'll see what else he does.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see what's going on with that phone thing there.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious too. Rich Southwood says, "Congrats to Kingston." I mean, guys held belts everywhere, but this belt just feels special. Like it feels special with him wearing it. So, Trey J, your thoughts?
I'm really hoping that that Kingston is the next ROH champion, honestly. Claudio at this point doesn't really need it. But I think that Kingston would be good as the head of the brand. I think his promo ability is top notch. I feel like though him beating Kenta is a shot at Kenta never getting that match with Punk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Never gonna happen. Like I know, like there are like two people who would want to see it, and like 98% of the people just don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
The match is the move, not the guy.
Yep, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Yeah, like congrats to Kingston. I'm not a big fan, so I don't know. Like it just came off to me like, hey, congrats, you won a New Japan title, but you'll probably never win an AEW title. That's how I took it. Like,
yeah.
But I enjoyed that promo afterwards.
You used to be cool.
Look, I'm just not a king. Like, I'm not like his character in AEW has turned me off. Like, all he does is just cry and moan about everything and everybody. Like, for someone from New York, like for me, like, go ahead, it'll bounce right off me. I don't care.
He's gonna no sell you.
I know.
No, like it's just I don't like. All I think about is like, oh, who don't you like and why don't you like this person now? Because that's all he ever talks about is I don't like him and I don't like him. Then why are you here if you don't like these people?
Yeah. Southwood says, damn, Golden Graham is opportunity on this one.
As Punk would say, he's a goddamn adult.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Absolutely.
This is why he's the salty Sunday school teacher.
We go backstage with Renee. Love Renee on the mic. She's on the stick. And Matt Hardy's tag team partner for the Blind Eliminator Tag Tournament, whatever this thing is called. And they say, oh, it's Jeff. And he goes, my brother? And then the first thing I said out loud to the TV was, he's not allowed in Canada. He's a freaking felon. But it's Jeff Jarrett.
Y'all do realize that it's not that he's not allowed in Canada for being a felon.
Yeah.
He's not allowed in Canada because they can't afford to give him universal health care.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to get, while he blew out his knee in a match, if you could go ahead and give me a new liver, that'd be fantastic. They're going to say no. Of course they're going to say yes. We'll give you a new liver.
Well, you say please and thank you. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, please and thank you. Yeah. Please and thank you goes a long way in Canada. I learned that very
I'm
early
sorry,
on.
it goes a really far away.
Yes. First time I ever went to Canada was with my parents, went to Niagara Falls, and my dad said, the Canadians are polite people. Always say please and thank you, but make sure you actually do it and not just nod your head. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll totally do it. And I was like, oh, hey, can I have this, please? And, oh, thank you. And, like, it went a long way. I got free candy. I got to hang out super close to the falls. It was really cool. It was fun.
And you learned a valuable life lesson.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Dun, 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 dun.
Wrong show.
Hey, so real quick before we move on,
yeah,
I kind of hope, and I know it's not going to happen because you know how Matt has so many different personalities. I would love for him to come out with Jeff Jarrett and they just be like Matt and Jeff version 2.0.
Oh,
silly like that.
That would be that would actually be really interesting. Noob says, Double J, I really hate Jeff Jarrett for the life of me. He's going to turn Matt Hardy instantly by hitting him with a guitar. I mean, logically, that's probably what's going to happen. But I'll say this, Jeff Jarrett, you either love him or you hate him. There is no mishy-moshy in between.
You know,
I love to hate him.
Yeah, I love hating him too.
Jeff Jarrett and Matt Hardy are going to win because Jeff Jarrett's going to cheat.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course he's going to cheat.
My question is like, how many people are in this tournament? Because there's still a lot of balls left in that tumbler to be pulled.
I know, right?
Man.
Everybody.
This tournament needs stuff. Like, they didn't even show us the bracket.
No, there's no rhyme or reason.
There's no brackets.
They're like, we'll just say this is the final.
Yeah, it's going to look like the College World Series bracket where it's like segmented by like 4s and 5s, and then
regional,
it's like
super
regional, super regional. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. There's no rhyme or reason.
Oh, is that like the college how people get in the Pro Bowls and stuff?
Yes. Yeah. It's all shenanigans.
It's going to be the tag team G1 is going to take 2 months to complete.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like I said, anybody who's not currently in a tag team is eligible to be in the blind tag team tournament. So
even people who are in tag teams are allowed to be, apparently, because the Butcher's in there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We get a video recap and hype for the main event, and Jericho comes out with sparkly cowboy boots. He is a Canadian hero for sure. Man, he could have lit the Canadian flag on fire, and they probably would have been like, yeah, he's still one of us. Woo! Like, they just love their Canadian wrestlers. Love them. Talks about his losses, time to make changes. And then he mentions Stu Hart, and the audience booed Stu Hart.
Well, they said from Calgary. Calgary and Edmonton hate each other.
Yeah,
so
that is
more
true.
Calgary they're booing than Stu.
Yeah. So in Edmonton, Edmontonians are booing Stu Hart. My God, he is rolling in his grave with a cat turd on a spatula. That's all I got to say.
That's like the most un-Canadian thing I've ever seen Canadians do. They're booing another Canadian.
I know.
Well,
exactly.
no, they're not booing. Like I explained it, they're not booing Stu Hart.
They're just
Calgary.
They're still booing Canada.
No, you understand. There's a rivalry between these.
There is, yeah. It goes beyond hockey.
It's like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. That's what it's like.
It's a gnarly. It's like Red Sox Yankees. It is a gnarly rivalry that has absolutely no end in sight. Like it's going to go on for ages.
Same
they're in the same province. Yeah, they're in the same province.
Yeah, it's like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
Yeah. So here comes Don Callis. I'm going to classify him as the Nick Saban of pro wrestling recruiting. He walks up, recalls calling Jericho to wrestle in Tokyo. Jericho says he's why Don Callis has a job in the first place. Jericho plus Callis equals Juggernaut. And then Jericho says, you want me to join a faction? I don't join factions. I create them. And then he tells Don Callis, who basically just asked him, do you want to join my family? He says, maybe. Trey J, your thoughts on this beautiful promo?
I love the fact that Jericho said, sorry, Don, I couldn't hear you over all the booing.
Yes.
That was the best line of the whole thing. Like after that, it was just kind of like, but the fact that Don Callis is unflappable is what makes like segments like this, segments that involve him, just so legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Like he has nuclear heat. He has the kind of heat that when we thought like Dom, there was never going to be anybody that matches Dom Mysterio's heat. Then we get Don Callis. He changes one letter, goes from Dom to Don. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you one better.
Yeah,
and that's impressive. And of course, with Jericho, there is a sense that Jericho, where we're really watching the last ride of Jericho.
Yeah,
stuff like this it's almost kind of like when you hear stuff like that, like the maybe is almost kind of like a bit sad.
Yeah.
Not like sad, like we feel bad for him because he's just a broken down horse, but just like this may be like part of his last rodeo.
Yeah. Yeah. Golden Graham?
So I'm very intrigued by this because I could see Jericho joining either faction.
Yeah.
He has allies who could be in both factions. He's had great rivalries with both people, in both factions. Like, I'm genuinely curious to see how this goes. Because it definitely, I don't know if this is we're doing a Canadian leg of a tour. Canada drives. I mean, Chris Jericho is just going to be.
You just made a mistake. You compared me and Jericho.
No,
I'm a ride, baby.
I'm about to say, like that is a big compliment.
Number one.
So, I don't know if this is a temporary, like Jericho's a good guy thing, or if they're really going to go with this.
Yeah.
But to Rich's question, this episode definitely made it feel like the JAS is at its end.
Yeah. It's run out of steam. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
let me just say that I love that mirror jacket.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Y2J.
Yeah.
Like, you have the Y2J vibes all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just what Trey J said. It's got the vibes that, you know, they want to get him in blood and guts because it might be his last one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So that could be the reason. Like, we'll get him in blood and guts.
Yeah.
And it also makes sense why he was taking all those losses, because
Yeah.
they knew he was going to do this. They knew that he
There's always
reinvigorate himself on the Canadian tour.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, he reinvents himself all the time. That's what makes Jericho better than 99% of guys who have wrestled for 20 years and over, is he constantly reinvents himself.
But he just can come out just be a nice guy, and everyone just loves him instantly.
Yeah.
Like, he's just, that's how much power he's got in wrestling.
It reminds me like this. I'm sorry, real quick, but this reminds me of when HBK and Hogan feuded. HBK was the heel, and then right after that match, the next night on Monday, he flipped that switch, and people were just loving him again.
Yeah.
There's very few people that can pull that off so seamlessly.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that AEW is doing some weird, not a weird promo thing, but they're trying to look more fan friendly? You see the different wrestlers autographing stuff after shows.
Yeah.
They did it with Punk. They did it with Darby.
Yeah.
So it's just something I've noticed that they're doing lately, is they're having the wrestlers autograph things during the show, just to be different than WWE.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I think it's a direct response to WWE trotting out John Cena and saying, hey, we need to have a WrestleMania in London because, you know, AEW sold out Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's a pissing contest between these two.
Definitely.
It's going to be interesting.
They're not competitors, JFB.
Sure they're not. Yeah, sure they're not. Like Montreal and the Boston Bruins are.
This is a marathon, not a race.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it.
Who said that, Jericho or Triple H? Which one?
Jericho.
No, Triple H.
Damn it. We get Punk and Joe hype video. We get a Hobbs and Starks hype video. We get Renee with Strong and Doc Samson. You know, Doc basically saying, I don't think he's ready. Cole comes in. He goes, hey, I got a match. I'll talk to you after. Sure enough, he goes out. And what do we get? Match number 3, MJF and Adam Cole versus Matt Menard and the Butcher. I'll tell you who's on W. Matt Menard. He exceeds the amount that they tell you to take. They say one teaspoon and 1 tablespoon. He puts in like 10. That's why he's got the bug eyes. So
I went to go visit my friend in the psych ward one time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do you want a coffee?" And I guess they had this instant coffee. And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." And so he got up the instant coffee. He took 10 teaspoons of instant coffee and put it in his cup. And then he took 10 sugars.
My God.
And then I'm like, "Dude, you're not well." He's like, "I know. That's why I'm in the psych ward."
Ladies and gentlemen, if I start doing coffee like that, you have my permission to call the paddy wagon and bring me to a padded cell because, yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. It's crazy. So he's the Matt Menard and the Butcher. Here's some of my notes. Goes in for the bro hug, and Cole says, no. Boundaries. It's all about boundaries. Cole shakes his hand. Cole shakes his head when MJF does the boom. And he shook his head when they both did Adam Cole, baby. As for the match, I'll say this before we get to the match part of it. This might be the most entertaining tag team in wrestling today, period. Like, I mean, I love watching the Usos, but they're not as entertaining as these two guys. Holy crap. So, you know, speculation, the speculation of JAS breaking up. Matt Menard did not have any JAS emblems on his pants. He normally does. This time he did not. So, I mean, read into it what you want. It could be because it's, the blind tag turmoil tournament of death or whatever, but he had no indication he was part of JAS.
You know who's going to be heartbroken about this?
Who?
Caleb.
Yeah.
He trots out that JS shirt every episode and shows us.
Yeah.
No, well, he'll just latch onto another team. It's okay.
He will, but he'll take it hard at first.
Yeah, he'll take it hard. He'll probably curse out them, but it's gonna be all right, Caleb. It's gonna be all right. MJF goading Cole into helping him cheat, I thought was just gold. Menard and Butcher actually put on a decent show. I mean, it was a really good match for a little bit. MJF with a low blow. Here comes Cole. He cleans house. Then we get MJF on the stick. MJF playing the goofy, lovable heel face. That's what we're going to call it. Not tweener, heel face. That's the new.
Frenemy.
Yeah, frenemies. But boundaries. It's all about boundaries. Talk about another bro session. Hey, it's Adam Cole's birthday. Happy birthday, Adam Cole. Streamers, confetti. MJF soul singing happy birthday like he's on an American Idol audition is freaking gold.
We get it. You're a good singer.
Yeah, we get it. You're a good singer. And then to top it all off was MJF going to push Adam Cole's face into the cake. And instead, Adam Cole shoves his face in the cake. But my question is this, Aaron. Did you get a call from Tony Khan? What the hell are our interns doing on AEW television?
I said they could borrow him for one show.
Okay.
Is it in Canada?
Yeah, because it's Canada. So, All right, let's go with Golden Graham. Your thoughts on match number 3?
Oh, I love this match. Just everything about it. But I want to go back real quick to that promo beforehand.
Yeah,
with Roddy, because I think a good way to artificially extend this MJF Adam Cole thing is I think Roddy's going to turn heel on Adam Cole. I think you're going to get sort of like the jealous friend. I told you to watch out. Why are you hanging out with MJF thing? I think a little bridge between now and whenever they decide to do the world title match. I think that's what we're going to get.
Yeah. Well, I think the world title match comes.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a really good. That's a good idea.
Cole is cost of the title by Roderick Strong.
No, look, as long as we get heel Roddy from ROH,
yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, there was nobody who did it better. Ken the Dry, your thoughts on? Oh wait, you didn't. What was your thoughts on the third match, Mr. Graham?
Oh, I loved it. It was like I laughed my ass off during that with all the shenanigans with Adam Cole and MJF. That's all it was about. It was great. It served its purpose, and I loved it.
Oh, Canada Dry, your turn.
Yes, I love that MJF was wearing the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm better than you, baby.
Yeah.
And after this whole segment with the cake, and he's just laughing, being a jovial fool. You got me. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
It just like, how can you not love that guy?
Yeah.
Like when
it's
someone
gonna make the turn even better.
Themselves and just laugh at themselves.
Yeah.
It's a lovable quality.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think after this and Adam Cole said thank you. I legitimately mean this. I think he's going to come out with the shirt next week or whenever they have their next match.
Next week? Yeah, they got a match next week. So, yeah, I definitely can see that. Trey J, numero 3, please.
You do realize that, like, that entire segment was unscripted, right?
Which one?
The after the match situation. Like,
was it?
Adam Cole did not know that was going to happen.
Okay.
The only reason he even knew about the whole, like, pushing his cake in there is because while, like, they were doing something, like, MJF says, I'm going to push your cake in the face. Make sure when you feel me tap you, just, like, throw my face into it. Yeah. Like, that happened. Like, Adam Cole's reaction when the streamers came out was completely legitimate. Like, he broke character and didn't know how to, like, he was trying to cover his face because he was trying to, like, recompose.
Yeah.
Which you gotta love moments like that. And probably Tony Khan was definitely in part of it. And people, Adam Cole is probably one of wrestling's biggest stars, who is also one of its biggest fans. Because we're like a day apart from like him giving like a huge compliment to Carmelo Hayes. And in previous interviews, he's always said, as soon as I saw MJF, I knew he was special. Stuff like that. So there is a lot. Oh my gosh, my AI is checking on me. But you gotta love moments like that, because it is Adam Cole's actual birthday, and when you can see even somebody getting surprised and even having something like this done, it's like at least we know that when we see this celebration, Sammy Guevara is not going to marry some other girl.
Yeah, exactly. he's gonna plow right through that roster. I'm telling you.
Oh no, please no.
Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Already did.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
Solid.
Let's go to Renee. She's in the back with Britt. So she says Soho can't have her pride, and she can't be the first winner of the Owen Hart Cup belt. Then we get Renee with Jericho, Garcia, and Sammy, and here again, sowing more doubt into whether or not JAS is going to be a faction. Garcia says he needs Jericho to be with him. Garcia and Sammy are going to be a tag team in the blind tag team. And Jericho tells him, you don't need me. You guys are ready to go. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this little promo?
I love that he's like, listen, I didn't say I was going to join them. I said maybe.
Yeah.
But then he sows the seeds that you guys need to fly, little birdies.
Yeah.
And that's such a huge face move to say you guys are ready. Like, you guys don't need, like, that's such a face move. Like, it's amazing what he's doing here. Like, in one episode, like, he's so babyface. So if he ends up turning heel on this, it'll just be to screw with us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it'll be awesome.
Yeah. Trey J, your thoughts really quick.
Definitely love the entire thing. I even felt like the promo before Callis came out was a face promo.
Yeah.
I do feel like that, like Rich said, we definitely need to see the double clothesline at some point.
Yeah.
But Garcia and Sammy, they're going to do fine. They're not going to win, but they'll do fine.
Yeah. Cool. Golden Graham?
Yeah, like all I could think of is just like those cartoons where you see the mama bird just kicking the babies out of the nest. That just ran through my head when he said that.
Pretty much right on the spot on right there. We go to our fourth match of the night. Holy crap, it's Britt Baker. She's taking on Ruby Soho. Here are some of my notes. I like Brett. I like Britt in the Bret Hart and Owen Hart pink. The Hart Foundation pink. Love it. Britt got wrist control pretty early. She's looking leaner. She's looking a lot leaner, a lot more athletic than she's had in the past. Soho gets in control during picture-in-picture. Great freaking swinging neck breaker. That thing was awesome. Britt hits the belt, but she breaks the pin. The Outcasts help, but Britt cleans house. Then it turns up, well, we're going to cost her. The Outcasts interfere. They cost Britt the match. And then Sky Blue comes out while Ruby is, and they square up on the top of the ramp. And that's how we leave that. So let's go to Golden Graham. You go first.
So my thoughts, like, this was a great match. I enjoyed it. But that promo that Britt cut definitely put everything into perspective. Clearly, that promo that Ruby cut last week was supposed to be after her win, talking about how she's taken everything from her.
Yeah.
So maybe I would have rearranged the promo, but I mean, they made it work. Britt delivered a great promo talking about how I'm going to defend this title and go win it twice.
Yeah.
Nice to actually see the title on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much so. Yeah, absolutely. Canada Dry, your thoughts on match number 4?
I just want to talk about Britt's promo for a second there.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be a face.
Yeah.
She's talking like a kind of a heel.
Yeah.
I don't think she's figured it out how to be a face again.
Probably not.
Like, I don't think she's got it down yet. Like, she still seems like she's the old Britt Baker. I don't know if that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was her problem when she first debuted. Like, she tried to be a face, but she just couldn't. Like, the promos just weren't clicking, and everyone was just booing her out of the building.
Yeah.
So.
But she still can't get the face down. She's still doing the heel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's, she's a heel face.
I thought the unless she's just being a tweener, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or being the stone cold sort of
trying to be the badass good person.
Yeah. Like or something. I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was good. It was entertaining. Every time the women come out lately, it's been good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Trey J, your thoughts?
Solid promo, solid match, great storytelling in this match. A lot of callbacks to the match from a year ago at Double or Nothing. It just goes to show you how, the Outcasts have really kind of gelled, even when it comes to like just their ring support, how they kind of work together.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not the Shield by any stretch, but they're there.
Yeah.
And once again, Toni Storm was probably looking the best she's looked since she has been on AEW.
Yeah.
And Ruby was really sharp on this one. And I think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that Britt's not as stiff as she used to be.
Oh, no. She's a lot more smoother, that's for sure.
Yeah. And that made this match flow very well. And actually, you can see like Ruby really kind of coming out of whatever shell she was kind of stuck in and actually kind of changing it up a little bit. And that's always good for a wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's no shenanigans. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Holy crap, it's Wheeler Yuta. He's going to be going against Kenny Omega. Here are some of my notes. Proud to be a Canadian is my favorite sign of the night. Wheeler goes on the offense. Wheeler was on the offense pretty much this entire match.
Mm-hmm.
Omega's chopping Yuta like he owes him money. I feel like Omega's dumbing down his moveset. I don't know if it's because he's just afraid that Yuta can't deal with it or can't handle it, but it looked like he was dumbing down his moveset. Kenny head bumps and is playing off the injury from the Driver 91. Why is that little girl screaming? My God. Like 4 times she just screamed. Threw me out of the match. This was going to be a 10-star match in the Tokyo Dome. Instead, and I have to give it 6 because that little girl kept screaming. Great back and forth. Yuta in control during the picture-in-picture. Man, this made Yuta look like $1 million. Like, holy crap. That guy looked like a diamond, polished and ready to go on a ring. Callis and Takeshita come out. Omega gets the win. Out comes Claudio, the Elite, Dark Order, right before they break to the next show when they went off air. Holy crap, Canada Dry, 5th match of the night, the main event, which is brought to you by the way, before we get to everybody.
Yes.
I hear all the time on the wrestling boards about this guy's a jobber and that guy's a jobber and blah, blah, this. And I hate that term because unless you've been a wrestler, you should not be talking like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Now, how about you take your money, put it where your mouth is, and go down if you're in Tampa, Florida, or just
or you're in a state over or something like that.
Yeah. $250 a month gives you the opportunity to learn from the 2 best. Fight the World Wrestling. You can go to ftwprowrestling.com. You can get trained by Natalia Markova, Brian Idol. They have shows that they run consistently. So this is your opportunity to prove that someone's a jobber, because you never know. The next Darby Allin could be any of you guys listening that goes out and tries out to be a professional wrestler. So FTWProWrestling.com. It's $250 a month. You get to see Natalia Markova in the flesh. That alone,
you get to have her train you. Like,
yeah, she trains you. That alone is $250. That's like $5,000 a month is what she should be charging. That's just me. I digress.
I'd be like, body slam me again, please.
I didn't learn how to take a bump the last time. Can you hit it again? All right.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Can you
show me? Can you show me? Not on the doll.
Can you show me how you do that Bronco Buster?
You need to get some ice water, sir.
Yeah. We'll have to start fanning him off. All right, Cannon Dry, you go first.
Yeah, this match was all about making Wheeler Yuta look good.
Yeah.
Without Kenny taking a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I think that those dumbing down the moves was just so because he wasn't hardly doing any.
Yeah.
If you're not doing your heavy offense, then you're just there to make him look good.
Yeah.
You're not going to be doing any of your fancy moves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it was all about making Wheeler look good while still winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
That ending.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta miss it's cool that they're keeping the Dark Order relevant. I like
it. I'm curious to see where they take this. Does Dark Order eventually join and go with Blackpool Combat Club against the Elite? Maybe. Trey J, your thoughts?
Interested in kicking Hangman's ass.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing what happens as far as who's going to be the fifth members of each team, and and this match was just Kenny can't go balls to the. I'm not saying he can't. Kenny shouldn't go balls to the wall. He shouldn't look like he's 100% after the Will Ospreay match. He shouldn't look like he's 100% after Anarchy in the Arena. Kenny Omega has to dial it back a bit, for the sake of story, for the sake of at least the believability. And I think he did a great job of doing that in this match.
Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta is not to invoke, everything about this person, but Wheeler Yuta's a rabid Wolverine.
Yeah.
And you gotta enjoy and you gotta know that he's enjoying this. He's enjoying this ability because he is one of the future stars.
Yeah.
And like we said before, TV time, there's no such thing as bad TV time.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely not.
And Wheeler Yuta has really had a couple of months to really be the hero of a lot of things. And now he's kind of taking the bumps and taking a couple of bruises, but he's not stepping backwards from it. He's not coming out bad from it. He is coming out ahead in each situation here.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts on the main event?
Oh, another great main event. I think the thing that I love most about this is that although Yuta is the young one, he's part of a faction that clearly had Claudio there with him tonight. He came out alone.
Yeah.
And it made him that match it made him look like $1 million.
Yeah, absolutely.
It definitely feels like Omega and these guys are who are the ones who do the polishing on a final product.
Yeah.
Is what this feels like is going on right now. And it's working. I mean, he's going to have to take time to get good on the mic, but everything else, he has improved tenfold since he's stepped into AEW.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not the young lion for the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, he's not. He showed it. He's shown it the last 3 months that he's not just the guy hanging around going, "Hey guys, can I get in and wrestle too?" It's not that really.
Mox referenced that in his promo tonight. He was we mold and shape the future of this business.
Yeah.
And you can see that with Wheeler.
Yeah. They did a freaking fantastic job because Wheeler Yuta, you asked me a year ago, I would have been like, yeah, that's funny. Wheeler Yuta being over, I doubt it. All right. Well, guys, we are at the part where we talk about number of bells and our favorite match and segment. I'm going to go Canada Dry first.
I absolutely loved the Wheeler Yuta match with Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. My segment is Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
And Don Callis.
Yeah.
And along with the interview later on. Absolutely loved face Chris Jericho just turning on a dime.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And
Sweet.
I'll give this show 4.
4 bells. All right. Trey J, your turn.
I gotta give the show as a whole, honestly. Like, this is probably my favorite Dynamite in a really long time.
Yeah.
The Acclaim match wasn't great, but at least the rap was solid. And then he had Harley Cameron at the end. So maybe the match forgettable, but the segment as a whole still was like up to par.
Yeah.
MJF and Adam Cole, fantastic. The opening match was fantastic. Great main event. I'm looking at this overall. I'm going to give it a 5-star. And I can't say as I have a favorite. I would say probably the opening match was my favorite.
Okay.
OC and Darby Allin versus Swerve in Our Glory was my favorite match because they told a great story. Swerve is, insanely uber talented.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that my favorite segment might be Darby Allin talking about Nick Wayne.
Awesome.
And that's not to say that anything was worse or, this was so much better, but the whole show was good, so it was very difficult to choose.
Yeah. Colin Graham.
Okay, so my segment is going to be everything with MJF and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
The gym session, the post-match celebration. To put some shine on a different match, I'm going to go with the women's match as my favorite match of the night.
Okay.
Because I was going to say the opening match, but the women deserve, the whole division here in the last month has really put in the work. They have improved so much. Everyone, top to bottom, not just one or two. Sky Blue, Willow, everyone has just gone up. And I'm giving this 5.
Wow.
Canada Dry said in the show today, or in the chat, this show was flown by. This did not feel like a 2-hour show tonight.
Yeah.
The pacing was phenomenal. There was no dead time. Everything flowed really well. I have no complaints about this show. Even the bad stuff, quote, bad stuff, was still decent.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Absolutely. Man, it's going to be hard to follow up 2 5-bell salutes here, but overall, this show was freaking amazing. It really was. It isn't my favorite.
Not give this a 5-bell. You can do it.
Would I put it on par with some of the other Dynamites that led into Double or Nothing? No, I wouldn't. I is it my favorite of the year? No, it's in my top 5.
The cage match one was my favorite.
Yeah. It was a great freaking show. And you're right. Time flew by. I looked at my watch. I'm like, oh my God, there's 2 minutes left before we have to go on air. Holy crap. What the hell? I don't know if it's because of the edibles or what, but man, that thing flew.
Not this time, JFB.
Yeah. So my concept of time is
your edible dinner, your pizza that you're eating. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. My edible pizza. Yeah. And, all I gotta say, man, is it was absolutely fantastic. Favorite match of the night, MJF and Adam Cole. That match needed to be funny, and it was freaking hilarious. I never laughed so hard in my life at an MJF match. I never thought in a million years I would ever say I laughed through
What
an
was your
MJF
favorite segment?
Segment probably is going to be Jericho. That Don Callis nuclear heat. Let's just put it this way. You want heat like that? Do what the JFB did once. I walked into an office on a production and told everybody to go F off on the first day of a 30-day shoot.
You get fired?
Nope.
He's like, we can't fire that guy.
Can't fire me. No.
Ironclad contract.
Yeah, just told us to F off. He must be important.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I pointed to each and every person. F you, F all of you. Go F off.
Wait, you didn't tell anyone they were cool?
No, I was going to, but I was on such a roll that I was like, I can't stop, because if I go, you're cool, that person's gonna get murdered. That person's gonna legit get murdered. So I'm like, I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna give him 5 bells. Yeah.
So we get 4.5 as our rating. Is it?
No, it's gonna be higher than that.
4.7?
4.75.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Once again, somebody decided to go low.
Yeah, like
Man, you're like wearing an AEW shirt, and I'm starting to feel like you're like, kind of faking the funk a little bit.
I don't know. I think maybe I just have higher standards.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm a single guy. I have higher standards.
Probably.
My standards are too high.
Welcome to the Single Life with Canada Dry. It's gonna be
all right. We're gonna have a segment next week where Canada Dry gives us all dating advice, even though we're all married.
Not me. I'm single.
What?
Yeah.
That handsome, like vanilla, like they let that go to waste. That's not acceptable.
Maybe we can do like the single life with JFB and Canada Dry. We'll do like this roommate thing where like the odd couple.
Still another podcast coming.
I see it right now.
We still have that other one we got to do, Talking to Ducks.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on Cooking with Dollywood. That's what I'm waiting
on. When that one, like I think the wedding kind of ruined it. So we got to wait till after the wedding.
Someone had to go and marry Dollywood. He's ruined all our plans.
Yeah, no kidding. We had her locked up for all podcasts, and we're like, hey, Dolly, can you come on this week? And she's like, I'm getting married on that day. We're like, so? What's your point? Is this a no?
Look, Dolly, we have one word for you. Priorities. No.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where's your priorities at, Dollywood? Well, you know what?
Who's been there for you before, Alex?
Yeah. No kidding.
We were there for you first.
All I got to say is this. You want to talk with Dollywood, you want to talk with the JFB, Canada Dry, Trey J Styles, effing Golden Graham, you're like, how do I reach out? How do I reach out and touch you guys?
Look at this.
It's Fruitcat! Greatest cat in the world. Cat eats fruit. How bad could that be? Freaking awesome. So you want to talk to us, but you're like, oh, how do I talk with you guys? How do I impart my knowledge of pro wrestling upon you guys? It's simple. You can go to effingwrestling.com, scroll all the way down, or if you want to take the easy way out, right below us in the comments in the thing, all our social media links are right there in the show notes. You can click on any of them, join us, join AFW, have some fun while you're there. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you contribute 5, 10, 15, 20, $50 on one of our tiers on YouTube after you click like and subscribe, and then give us some money because, hey, we want to get names on our shows. We want to get like a Brian Cage. We want to get a Jake the Snake Roberts. We want to get these guys. They cost money. Nobody's going to do this for free. We're a bunch of jabronis. They're going to charge us at least triple. So
you know what? Marty Jannetty's starting a podcast.
Oh, God. Here's the sad part. I will listen to that because that guy is a train wreck, and I want to hear it.
I got to listen to at least one episode.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the real Marty Jannetty or the AFW Marty Jannetty?
No, the real Marty Jannetty.
Real Marty Jannetty is starting a podcast, yeah.
Not Marty.
He's going to set the record straight. Yeah,
I'm sure he is.
We'll have to do an after show about talking about his podcast.
Oh, God, that would be hilarious.
Speaking of, after real quick. Next week is the Adrian Adonis. What day is the Adrian Adonis show?
The 11th. It's on Tuesday the 11th.
Okay.
Yep.
So was there no Dark Side of the Ring this week?
No, not this week.
No, they don't do anything on the 4th of July because of the holiday.
Oh, so that's why they didn't show Adrian that day. So that would have been perfect the day of his death.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't do it that day.
Yeah, nobody's going to watch that, Jazz. Everybody's going to watch the fireworks or get drunk or watch your uncle blow his hand off. So, speaking of Adrian Adonis, holy crap. There's a shirt that we have that is going to be on the show. It's this shirt right here, the adorable Adrian Adonis. And you can only get it in one place. ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all your Adrian Adonis gear. But then you're like, well, wait a minute. Do you guys have a shirt? And I look at you and I'm like, yeah, of course we have shirts. We have lots of shirts. Like we have the All Effin' Wrestling shirt, styled by Natalia Markova. Hey, maybe you want to get the just effing middle fingers. They're right there, modeled by Natalia Markova. You want to get the Hawaiian Punch Kool-Aid guy. All you got to do is go to ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling and get any of our shirts. So, am I missing anything? I don't think I am. I think I got everything.
With shows coming up.
Oh, what shows do we have coming up this week? Yeah, that's right.
So we have tomorrow night on the Magic of Wrestling. Liam is interviewing a British ring announcer. The name is escaping my mind right now, but he's interviewing a British ring announcer. We're going to find out about that. And on Friday, we've got our true crime special. We're going to tell you a dark, dark story about the Turpin family.
Ooh.
This is dark.
Yeah.
Like, we're going dark. Like, we like to joke on that show, but I don't know if we're going to be able to when we tell this story.
Yeah. It's a hard story to listen to.
Have you heard the Turpin one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I read it on a blog or something years ago.
And then, of course, on Magic of Wrestling on Saturday, we have testing the effing expert. People are going to ask questions and see if they can stump him. He kicked all our asses at trivia, so
yeah,
he's a pretty smart guy. So
Guy's supernatural. Supernatural is what I'm telling you.
And then, of course, we got Collision After Dark, and that's the return of Jeremy to our show. So we just want to thank you, Jeremy, and just wish you all the best because he's having a hard time. His grandma died.
Yeah,
he was in a suit in 90-degree weather, being a pallbearer. So not only is he dealing with grief, he's having to sweat his ass off being a pallbearer.
Not good. Not good.
And then on Sunday, we are going to talk about the wrestlers that died that WWE would not acknowledge.
It's going to be an awesome episode. You would be surprised. There's some really big names that were not mentioned. And we'll go into the reasons why. You know,
and we'll give a 10-bell salute at the end because we acknowledge people in our channel.
Yeah. It's not Chris Benoit's not on the list because he was actually recognized by the WWE the day before.
The next day.
And they say they pulled all mentions.
Yeah. So on behalf of Canada Dry, Trey J Styles, the defense against the Dark Prediction Arts teacher, Golden Graham, I am the JFB.
And I just want to let you guys know that sometimes life is hard. And as you're walking this old trail of life, sometimes you get tripped up and you land straight on your ass. And the thing is, you can't stay there, though.
Yeah.
You got to pick yourself up. You got to dust yourself off. And remember to just keep fighting.
Woo-hoo! Hit it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.